Hi friends, I'm Necati, one of the co-founder of VoltAgent. Today I will walk through a quick start demo of VoltAgent framework. We will explore how a basic agent works, run through workflows, and see how to monitor an agent using VoltOps, our LLM observability platform. Let's spin up any VoltAgent project using CLI, and I will just grab the npm command from the getting started guide here and run the setup. It's going to bootstrap a VoltAgent app instantly. I'm going to choose the OpenAI for provider. And once the setup is done, I'm going to open up the project. Then after open the project, do not forget to add your OpenAI API keys to your env file. Just now, OpenAI key is enough for this demo. And after that, we run the project with npm run dev command to start the server. Once it's up, VoltAgent connects to the VoltOps so we can test our agents in live. Well, in the project we just bootstrap, we have a simple agent that answers weather questions. I will test it with a simple query like what is the weather in San Francisco today? The agent takes the input, calls the weather tool, and generates the answer. In general, the tools are what makes agent useful. Instead of just text, they can take action like checking weather, searching a database, or sending emails. And also in the VoltOps, we can check the status of each agent, inputs, outputs, and system prompt. Here we see the agent's role defined, and in the input section, we see my exact question, and the messages shows what sent to the LLM, and the output shows full response with some user statics. Now let's look at this agent codes. Here we define an agent and instructions. It uses OpenAI GPT-4o mini model, but you can swap it any model you like. Then we register agent, add workflows, and connects it to the VoltOps platform. Well, that's how we can see everything in the live console. And next, let's look at the workflows. In the workflows tab, we have an example workflow. Well, think workflows as a chain of steps. Each passing, it results to the next. Here we have got an expense approval workflow. If the amount entered is under $500, it gets approved automatically and the workflow keeps moving. But if the amount is over $500, it pauses and waits for the manager to approve. That's a great example of human in the loop. I'm going to run demo with, let's say, $250. Remember, it's below the limit. And execute the workflow. Since it's under the limit, the workflow auto-approves it. You can see the check approval step mark is approved. Then it goes straight to the process decisions, and then the workflow is finished. And let's try with another amount, let's say 750. And I'm gonna run again. And this time workflow suspends and wait for the manager approval. You can see it pause at the check approval step, and it won't continue until a manager responds. Let's resume with the manager decision. I'm going to resume the workflow, and then it goes straight to the process decision, and it's finished the workflow. And on the timeline, you can move through each event in the workflow to see what happened at every step. Well, it helps us to debug our AI agents efficiently. Now let's check out the workflow code. So we built the workflow chain using the create workflow chain method of the VoltAgent. Here is in the first step, checks if approval is needed. So it's going to auto approve under the $500 or suspend if it's higher. And here is the suspend call, pauses the workflow, and waits for the manager approval, passing the expense details along. And also the step 2, finalize the decisions, and it's going to be log the results. Another important thing is, once you enable the production mode by clicking the enable button, a user running the VoltAgent app in production can actually watch their data and the exact flow they triggered step by step. You can track observability metrics live from the dashboard, and this gives us a clear overview of your agent's overall health and efficiency. You can also track traces in production to debug issues and see exactly what result the user got and why. Well, I look back at the past runs to check the inputs, outputs, and the costs. And if you click one, it opens the specific run so you can follow the steps in detail. Well, that's basically how the workflows and agents work together. You get a smooth data flow and built-in observability. From here, you could expand it with more agents, add conditional logic, or even pause for the human approval. We will stop here for today and see you in the next session.